The another concept that I want to share with you is menus in Android Studio or in Android app. How to create menus, and I hope you already know what are menus. Okay, menus. For example, let me just open a. You see the file, it's a menu. You see the edit menu, the view menu, the side menu. So this is called menu, and how to create this type of menus in Android app. I have already created one project, but let's create a new one. So empty activity. Next, uh, menu menus too, that it should not conflict with that. Language Java, all those stuff. Then click next. Okay, to create a menu, uh, you will first add a menu resource directory to resource folder. Okay, now in the project hierarchy section, you right click on the resource folder. Okay, you see the resource folder has different folder: drawable for images, layout for the XML files, minmap for the images, especially for the um, what is called the bitmap images, and values. In a values we can store different values, maybe string values, maybe color values. Okay, but if we want to add a menu, then we will add menu to this. Right click on this, then click new, and then come here and select Android resource directory. Okay, right click on the resource folder, new Android resource directory. When you click this one, then you will change the resource type to menu. Okay, resource type to menu, and then click OK. So if you see here now, we got a menu also, drawable layout. Now another new item with the name menu. Now right click on the menu and then click new, and then menu resource file. Okay, then you will give specific name to this, because later on we will use this name in our coding. So just let's suppose a home menu. You can give any name, whatever name you want, but you can give let's suppose here home menu. And not the point, the name will be small lowercase. For example, if I type M capital, you can see the down message, it will be in lowercase. So home menu, and then click OK. So you see the menu layout is already created. Okay, it's actually a view. Okay, now we want the layout is there, but the item is not there. That what will be the items of the menu? For example, in a file menu here, you see these are the different items in a menu. Okay, so how to add this? Let me minimize this one. Minimize this. Yes, split this into two. So you see menu is already created. Now we will have to add items to this. Okay, but before adding items to this, if for example if you are using look at this, you see here with the menus, these are on the side icons also. If you see, if you want to use this type of icons with the menus, then you need to add icons also. Okay, so how to add icons to the project? First let's go to the project back again. Then now right click on the drawable. Okay, and then new, and then come to vector asset. So right click this one. Now you see the clip art. Click this one, and you will get a lot of icons, and here you can find out whatever icon you want. For example, if I look for search, okay, so let's suppose I want this one. Okay, then I will click this. So you see its name, not the point, this name we will use uh, in coding. If you want to change, you can change its name here. Okay, then just click next and then finish. Now you will see in the drawable that icon is already added there. Okay, now let's come back to the menu and let's add item. Menu is an XML file here, and you know that XML file has opening tag and closing tag. So here we will add items, and item is also opening and closing tags. So item, okay, and here item, each item we are specifying different properties of that. For example, like ID. Okay, so what is the ID of this? So you can specify, for example, a search. Okay, search, this is the ID. Okay, let's close this one, then it will not give an error message anymore. Okay, so we add ID to this item. We can add a further properties. For example, if you want to use icon with this, so icon, you just type icon and write that icon. Now you see the icon is already showing here to us, is the search icon. After that, what should be its title. Okay, the title of this item should be uh, let's suppose search. You can give any title that you want. Okay, next one, this should display how. You see, there are two ways. You see, it's it on the right side. I hope you can see the display, that it will be like this. But if you want that it should show like a symbol, okay, let me show you that one. That is called show as action. Okay, show as action. Okay, so show as action has several options. If room available, always and never with text and collapse activity view. Okay, for example, you see if this one, if room available, you see here the style changes from that one to, and if you see if I remove it, you see it went goes down again to the title view. But if I type if room available, then it will go there, it will show the icon. You can type always also, that always it will show in this icon style. Okay, but the best way that if a room available, then it should be shown in the icon style. Now you see we added one item. In this way you can add as many items as you want. So the easy way to copy this, otherwise let's do again. Item. Okay, so this item the id will be what you get id. So we can specify id for the next item. Let's suppose help. Okay, help, and let's close this one, and after that we will give further property. So id and then title. Okay, uh, is help. Okay, I think we don't need too much, because we don't have icons for this, so I don't want to yeah, you can add actually download icon for this and connect to it. You already just by typing the icon attributes like this. Okay, next one, if you want to add, then item. Okay, then first of all id, and id you can add whatever id you let's suppose log out. Okay, so this one, oh, sorry, and let's close this, and its title, that what text will be displayed. So log out, you can see its preview on the right. Okay, now we created a menu, but it is not okay. You see, we have the view, we have the menu, we have the item inside the menu, but it is not added yet to our main activity. Okay, to our, so how the main, because the main activity is actually responsible to display the screen to the user. So how to show to this main activity that display the menu. Okay, so for that purpose, you see mostly in such a cases we are using the inflators. So there are different inflators, view inflator, menu inflator. So we will, okay, first of all we will override one function which is on create option menu. On create option menu function, we will override that one, then the main activity can add the menu to this screen. So for overriding purpose, it's quite easy. In the easy way to find the function name and the function detail, then click Control O. Okay, then you will have the list of all the possible override functions. But our target is what? On create options. You see, we already got on create options menu. Click this one. Okay, and we got it. Okay, so this, remove this coding. Okay, this one is not needed. We just want here to get the inflator, menu inflator. Okay, menu inflator, you can type menu inflator, the instance of this, and you can give any name that you want. I will give menu inflator is equal to get menu inflator. Okay, to this is the constructor of this class, to just initialize it, and after that we are inflating now the menu now that we have already created. So menu inflator dot inflate. Okay, and so what to inflate? The menu, and that menu is where actually everything's are in the resource file. If it is menu, then the resource file, resource folder, and then menu, menu folder and inside the menu. So R dot menu, okay, and inside menu you see the home menu. As I told you that we will use this name in a coding, so it was this one, okay. So this and comma the menu. This is this menu that it is sent as a argument, okay. And after that I return true because it is a boolean function. Its return type is boolean, so it will return true if everything goes well, okay. There is another okay, let me show you. Save it and let's run now. Yeah, you can see the search icon there, okay. We can click on it, but the system don't know what to do because we have not typed any code for this. And the dotted item, you see, if you click this one, you see we can see our menu, help and log out. But once we click it, nothing happening because we didn't put any coding for this. So if you want to put coding for that, then you need to override another function whose name is on option item selected. On option item selected. So the best way again to click Control O, and then you just type on option item selected. Yeah, you see this one, on option item selected. Okay, now you in this function, actually we want to tell the system that whichever menu is clicked, you do some action on it. So you see we have several menus, so how to know that which menu was clicked, okay. So if you remember we were giving id to each menu, so this is why we can find out through the ids that which id was clicked, okay. So there may be several if else, that if this id then do this, if this id then do this. So if there are many if else, then the best way to use a switch statement. So switch statement, okay. And in the switch statement, you see what will be its argument. We actually want the item, which item is selected. You see the item is already here, which item is clicked. So from this item we can actually get its id. So you see item dot get item id. So we can see, from here we can find out which item is selected, okay. This should be here. This should also be inside the switch, okay. This is actually the default option. I want to use this coding in the default option. This is why I'm not deleting. Okay, now you know that in each in switch statement there are cases. So case, so first case is what? Now we are checking the ID. So if it is IDs, we can get from a resource folder. R dot ID dot, okay. So you see we all the IDs are here. So if it is a search ID, okay, then if this is the case, what you should do, okay. So actually you can type the code whatever you want to type, but for simplicity I'm just typing a toast message, okay. So toast, okay. And here just a simple message, let's suppose like a searching, okay. And this one, and once this is done, so you see this is a boolean function, so again it should return sorry, then it should return true. So meaning to say, if it is this menu is clicked, they display this message. In our case, in your case, you can do whatever other functionality. For example, you have another screen, you want to open that screen, and we have already studied about intents. So you can design an intent for that. You can go to another screen. Okay, so another case, r dot id dot, so if it is, let's suppose help, okay. And this one, then I will copy the same stuff once again, and here let's suppose maybe helping, just to show that when we click something that it will respond, okay. Another case, r dot id dot, maybe log out. Okay, so if this is the case, okay, then again I will copy this, and here I will just start logging out. Okay, in default case, okay, you know that case switch statement has a default case also. So default, in default case it should return this one, super dot optional item select. Yes, so this will be the default item, and it is actually given to us as a default already. Okay, now if I run the app, sorry, I didn't delete the hello world from here. So if I click this one, you see the toast searching. Uh, if I click help, so toast display already. If I click log out, then toast is displaying. So in this way, we can actually design a menu, and we can put whatever item we want to be the menu items. We can define, we can add as many items that we want, and then in the click event uh, we can specify a specific functionality that when the menu is clicked, what should be done.